Hello, Music Multiverse listeners, and welcome to Beyond Your Radio. And this is on Sound Minds and episode 2 this year. We've only done a couple of these, but this one is always about finding the best album of the year so far at the halfway point. That lovely picture in the background is myself, DAHM, and Sue at the Robin Trower concert, which, yes, they let us into a church. There are some burn marks. We're okay though. So joining me as it should be, obviously co-host of Album Review Saturday and one of our regular panelists, Deb Armitage Chicks Maloney. She
Hello.
deserves to be here. She's been dialed in. She's only missed a couple weeks, and you get missed 10 weeks, and you still get a passing grade. It's like high
Oh,
school.
great. Thank you. Thank you.
This is the show I used to do alone once a year to get you plugged in to what might be in contention for some of the best albums to listen to at the halfway point. That could be in contention for album of the year. All is said and done, and we all know it's far from over. You got 6 more months. We've already done 1 week already, and I had a couple contenders in there. But before we get to our list and discuss as to a bit of why they might be on this list, please think about subscribing to the channel. BeyondYourRadio.com is out there too, which has all the shows. If you don't want to go through YouTube, obviously I don't give you all the tidbits of what's in the show, so you have to click and go through it because I didn't want to give the whole show away. But then it goes, in that you can even go back to the best of prior years too, and I did those in article format as well. So, and of course, there's Unknown Sundays. I know there's a lot of us kind of doing this thing out there, okay? But I'm pretty much one of a kind here, right? It's always any genre, any artist, any album. Okay, well, so are they. Some of those big boys, all right, that got 55 people in an army that listen to this stuff. I'm not afraid, though, of popular music. I'm not afraid to shun it, too. I don't care who you are, all right? If it ain't good, it ain't good. If it's not deserved, it's not deserved. I can go thick country, jazz, blues, even ambient, minimalistic, classical. That is going to be on nobody's list, okay? It's just not. And I can tell you, that shit can hit you right in there, man. Right here, right here. I promise you, you'll get, I don't know, you get better content, you get the real thing. You want to go with those people, go to Pitchfork, Stereo Gum, all those people. I'll kiss anybody's ass. I'm not here to kiss ass because they don't pay me. And even if they did, I wouldn't take it. I wouldn't take it. Damn it. Right? You're going to get the true list of things you should check out. And if it's not in your wheelhouse, go anyway, because there's a reason why. For those of you that already know and love and click and comment, well, let's see if your favorites are on the list at this point, huh? And let's see what let's see what she brought. So my spreadsheet for 2025 prior to last week, 496 albums that I wanted to check out. Obviously, that's unrealistic. And yes, there are some that their popularity of on radio did not make the list. All right. Sorry to some of you. But there's some that do, and they didn't make the cut. You can go to Pitchfork, all those other ones for those. But here's what I did. I managed to get to and digest more than last year already. I'm ahead of my game. Yeah. I have listened to 231 albums ahead of last year, where it was only 188 last year of the 400 and some odd. So there's actually more albums on this list. And that's because the stoner development, they're getting a lot of play in my ear, and they're not on lists sometimes. You can go to Wikipedia and drop that list. It's not even half, not even close. So you got to have friends in all kinds of places, and Twitter isn't, people might shun it, but I get a lot of stuff that way. Chances are some of these are on Album Review Saturday. That means, yes, myself and or Deb have already about it. But we're going to do just a little bit of that, so you keep an eye out. But more importantly, keep an ear out, all right? And I'm going to let my co-host go first. She's going to give you her 10. I've got about 30-some plus, but I'll work my way that way. There's going to be some overlap, I'm pretty sure. So, DAHM, take it away.
Well, hello. First of all, I apologize for my video feed. I'm in the middle of construction in my house, and so I'm relished to the back room. So this is the best I'm doing. You'll see me here again tomorrow, probably. So saying that, I'm ready to go. Um, this was the first time I've done this with you. Uh, it was interesting, and to even know that it's only been 6 months, man, I forget a lot.
That's why I write
Jeez.
them down.
I thought it was going to be easier than this, but it did take some time. Um, so my number 10, this is a Tex-Mex, kind of like a cosmic country. I guess, described as. It's Horse Bath, Another Farewell. I didn't write down the release dates. I'm sorry, Mark, but it was
That's okay. People can go back.
2025.
Yep, definitely 20.
Uh, it's kind of like this nostalgic journey about, the stuff that country people write about: love, loss, life on the road, them getting a little older and appreciating maybe the simpler things in life. And don't like the name of the band, just as you had mentioned. It's strange. I did have a horse and they really did like their bath, but I don't think I would
Oh,
ever name it
okay.
a band horse bath. So that's my number 10. Number 9, it's a hard one to describe. When I try to put a finger on it and everything I look up, they say indie folk, but it's way more complicated than this. And that's Circuit de You. Is that how you say that? You?
Circuit de you.
Halo on the Inside. The vocals on this, you cannot mistake them. Once you hear this woman, that's her stage name, right? Her alter ego is Circuit de You, right?
Yeah.
She's
Yeah.
a female baritone with a 4-octave range. And you could just probably surmise by the fact that she's a baritone that this is going to be intense, dark, a little forceful in its delivery, but unforgettable nonetheless. My number 8, I guess his background is Christian rock, but this had some
Mm,
pop punk to it. Caleb Hiles. Did I say that right?
I think so. That's
Darkness.
how I've been pronouncing it when
Okay.
we
Well,
did that
I've been
show.
calling him Caleb Hayes. Sorry, Caleb.
I think that's a
I,
typo on my part that started that whole thing.
way
I
back
think
to
I think I think
February
the
or whatever.
spreadsheet said you can't be Hayes. You can't be Hayes. You have to be.
This album is called Darkness Before the Dawn. It's very strong vocals. It's emotionally deep to me anyway. Not normally my cup of tea, but every time I have listened to it, I really enjoy it. Number 7, a weave of alt synth and rock, envy of none. Stygian, is that how you say it? Stygian
Stygian
waves?
waves.
Waves. Immersive, dreamy soundscapes kind of dot the songs on this album. Number
Alex
6.
Lifeson of Rush.
Oh, that's right. Yes, yes, yes. I made the bold move last week when we started week 27, and I'm keeping my notes when I see one that really jumps out, so I'm ready next time. So I wish I had done that for the first 26 weeks. Yeah, well, mine look like on a piece of crumbled up paper that I tried to cheat on a test, but
This
that's
book
okay.
is every purchase and every download and every trial error and thing.
Okay.
And then
Well, I'm
you
not
know
that
this. You
committed.
know the spreadsheet that I
I
have.
do know the spreadsheet. My number 6, Gin Lady. It's
Ah,
like a psychedelic progressive album, right? If I'm remembering correct.
yeah, a little
Uh,
stoner in there.
yeah, Before the Dawn of Time is the name of this album. I really like the vocals on it. I like the Prague album cover. Um, that was pretty cool. I think there was a whale on there. Isn't that the rule?
You have to have something on there that gives you the.
And I stole this, but it kind of tells you what it's about. It's like being encapsulated in a bubble, floating on a magical cloud. Okay, break
Mm,
out the doobie for that. All right.
yes.
Yep. Number 5, a country bluegrass artist, Olivia Wolfe, Silver
Mm,
Rounds.
yep. Yep. Yep.
Um, it was a little bit different kind of country Americana. I think that's what grabbed it my attention anyways. Very talented young lady. Number four, folk pop, kind of, I guess. Really, I didn't want to label this Rose Cousins Conditions of Love, Volume One. I mean, it's really all about the piano, the violin. It's very, very deep and complex. And
I liken this to the idea of like you want to say indie folk, you want to say this kind of stuff. That really what this is it's the growth and change of adult contemporary, right?
that makes a lot more sense.
You know what I
Yes,
mean?
definitely.
It's not scathing. It's deep. It's sparse. Yeah.
Yeah,
But it's
yeah,
never
that's much
it's never
better.
gonna shock you in anything.
Correct. But it's very, very enjoyable. I mean, it must be. It's up on that's number four. So number three is I call it doom folk. It can be doomy, it can be folky, it can be haunting, it can be shadowy. And that's the Moonrisers,
Oh,
harsh and exciting. I love
nice.
that album. I love, 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 love. Um, number two, oh my God, blues, rock, funk. This is an 18-year-old, right? Grace
19, I think.
Bowers.
19.
Oh, 19. Well, maybe she was 18 when I
Maybe we
first
did the review. She was 18 and she turned 19. It's possible. My
she's
brother-in-law saw her when she was 16. So,
oh my gosh.
yeah.
Wine on Venus. I kind of laughed when I went back because her album cover, being the age that she is, I thought I was watching an episode of Laugh-In. It's awesome. Um, it's for her age, all I can say about it, it's seeping in confidence.
Mhm.
This girl knows what she's doing and she makes no apologies for it. And I can't wait to hear what comes next. And my number one, which if anybody told me this was going to be my number one, I wouldn't have
Mhm.
believed it until now. And I have not, I kept thinking, is it really going to be my number one? But
All
it
right.
is
Oh my God.
psychedelic space rock, Hoover 3, not Hoover
Yeah,
I.
yeah. Oh, okay. Hey, I remember doing that episode and being like, this is going to start creeping in on me. Wow, number
Man,
one. Great.
Manhunter, cosmic groove with a punk attitude. I'm telling you, I just to make sure I was being true to myself and what I had said about these albums, I went back and listened to each one again. And Manhunter, you can't help but just it's just so good. It's just so uh
And it won't happen.
energetic.
It won't happen on your first listen. You're
No,
gonna
it
have
won't.
to. I don't think so. If it does, you are a music. You get with me because you should
Mhm.
write some of these articles and stuff. And
Yeah.
okay, and a little bit on that at the end of the show because I got
Okay.
a news bomb. So
Oh,
okay,
news bomb. Okay,
news
cool.
bomb.
Stay
All right,
tuned.
stay tuned. All right. So far, it came up. I think you did at the end of the year last year. When you think back now and you're going on what you know about year end,
Yeah.
is it going to be harder for you this year?
Yes.
Yeah, that's how it goes. All right, good.
Yeah.
You're sucked in. Good luck.
Yeah. Sometimes ignorance is bliss, Mark. You know how I roll.
Yeah. All right. So I'm going to apologize, everybody. I'm going to be reading this off sheets because monitor wise, I tried to drop this spreadsheet in so I could work it, and then Evernote didn't like it at all. All
Mm-mm.
right, so I'm obviously got a little bit more than Deb. She did 10, and I got to tell you, I think we're 8 out of 10. I think I have 8 of your 10 on my list. Where they drop, nobody knows. No, I do. So at number, first of all, let's do this. Let's get
Okay.
something out of the way. An
Okay.
album was released this year, and along with the DVD and the movie and everything else. And technically speaking, it's an accomplishment beyond that of anything that anyone can probably ever do. It might be the greatest live album ever done. So let's just get this out of the way. That this is, live, Pink Floyd at Pompeii. Uh, this is a must-have. Now, this is the DVD thing. I have the CD as well, but I'm just gonna put this in there. It's my number 0.001. It comes. I have
Okay.
number one. All right, but I don't think. This should be counted on. And spiders attacking
But I
me.
have a question.
Yes.
Are you sure that isn't at pump two? Hoover three?
Yes. Yes. Palm 2 in honor of
Never look at
Hoovery.
that the same again.
Hoover 3. All right. So there's that. And I promise I apologize for my coloring. I'm feeling blue today.
Look at me.
Yes, you're in a cloud. All right, so let's get on with this here, and I'm gonna struggle with
All right.
eyesight probably. So
Okay.
this beyond vocal comprehension, sound design, composition, and in a natural, unproduced-ish kind of feel. Does that even make a word? A
Mm,
very hard album to register an audio comparison to or to put on a list. This
mm.
is, I'm going to butcher this name, Ichiko Aoba. Luminescent
Mm.
Creatures. This is vocal classical folk. It's astounding. It is
Really?
astounding to listen to. However, as you would say, it's a vocal and not much else. And the range and pit, it's, it's hard to get yourself into those final 10 when there's some people playing musically and all that stuff, right? But a wonderment. All right. Kind of, we'll talk about another vocalist here in a second. So,
Okay.
and then maybe I should just take my glasses off. I can't see a damn thing anyway. Hey, who's been listening to Heartworms? All right. I found out about this band earlier. It's Glutton for Punishment. This is gothic rock. This is kind of a PJ Harvey kind of thing. If you
Oh,
like early PJ Harvey, not rid of
mm-hmm.
me PJ Harvey, but jump back in and give me my daughter the water or whatever that kind
Yeah.
of escapes me at the moment. But that would be in your wheelhouse. That's my number 36. My number
Okay.
35 is Bambera. It's Birthmarks. This is synth rock. Did you love the last Cure record? Yeah, yeah. This is the wheelhouse with punk and Depeche Mode modality. Could grab some attention for sure if you're into that mode. My number 34, Gerald Clayton, which we reviewed, the jazz pianist. It's called
Yes.
Ones and Twos. Gerald takes on a little bit more, finds a different passion here, but it's the crossover with some of that Glasper kind of feel, which
Mm-hmm.
could alienate some. All right, so here's our first duplicate of the night. Olivia
Ooh.
Wolf, yes. Silver Rounds, country blues. This is outlaw kind of stuff. I thought
Yeah. Yeah. Definitely.
she has a right to sing the blues, as we already. And I'm not going to go into that, but I do believe if you should go back and watch album review that was on because her story is
Oh, yes.
dark.
Oh, yes. Oh, yes. Mm-hmm.
Okay. Next up, when your band name is Godzillionaire and you've got
Oh,
an incision on your chest on the
yeah.
cover. Yeah, come on.
It's a
It's got
good
to be on
album.
there. You know the music
Yeah.
that's spewing out of that. That's stoner, heavy rock, Ripple music. And Ripple's on here a couple of times, I'm sure. If not, by the end of the year, they'll be in the top 7. Um, and they don't pay me. Although I will take no. And then another duplicate. Yeah, Horsebath. Terrible name. Another farewell. Country rock. Skinner. You like your Leonard Skinner? Check the box, baby. Check
Hmm.
the box. That would be at like number what, 31 maybe? Going to
Yes.
30, One Eyed Moon, Witch Doctor. This is Stoner Rock again. Riffing's heavy. Got a Mexican heritage link that interestingly played. Vocal playing a David Lee Roth kind of sinister vocal. If you like David Lee Roth playing the devil, this is your shiz right here. All right. David Lee Roth would like to be the devil. Number 29, Gosta Berling's Saga Forever Now. This is progressive rock. It's contemporary, but it's done so tightly that it feels like it should be in the classical commitment of names of the past. But there are areas where this gets into Floyd, a little bit of Rush. You got some Yes
Oh,
mimics going on, but it's tastefully
nice.
represented and not a duplication. Number 28, British indie pop rock from the Kooks.
Ah,
Never Now. Yeah, you get the idea, right? Stone
Yeah.
Roses, Snow Patrol kind of thing. It's a very
Okay.
cohesive record. Lots of good points there. A lot of charm. A lot of charm. Got that English charm. Then, well, it's actually, this is a heavier than I was expecting from the Melvins. Thunderball. It's
Oh,
good
yeah,
punk
the
hard rock,
Melvin.
but at number 27, I say damn near good. I was having a good time with that. I listened to it multiple times and still do. And while I'm in that vein, I said, there's just one album a little bit better than that, a little bit heavier. Got that sewer fuzz and sludge, and there's
Sewer
nobody that
fuzz.
delivers
Oh,
sewer sludge better than Holy Roller Rat King. Uh,
God. Oh,
yeah,
God.
you go. Ripple, yep, Ripple. Check in the mail. Oh, okay. They're telling me no, it's got to be higher. Got to be in the top 10. Then it's hard for me when this is kind of call me a phony, right? I tell you those people are kissing people's ass. No, I'm not kissing this woman's ass, but I'll tell you right now when she sings, I'm always in. I'm in it with her, no matter what she does. Usually, I can be brutal when I need to be, but this is Heather Nova, Breath and Air. This is adult
Mm,
contemporary, but her vocal and connection is as good as it's ever been. There's a lot of subtle Mazzy Star to this. Um, it's just she has such a lovely tone and delivery. She's sang with opera people. She's all that in a bag of chips. But only thing is she never leaves Bermuda or wherever. But anyway.
oh, yeah, she
I
is
guess if
true.
I lived there, I wouldn't leave there either.
I wouldn't
Number
either.
24, I thought, man, how about some classical folk art pop? And you're like, what? Yeah.
What?
One of the worst album covers of the year. This is so beautifully wound, surprisingly effective in genre shifting. The tracks they take daring risks. But again, she's done this before. So if you look back to the rest of her catalog, you will. Natalia, holy crap. But I'd like
Oh
to do all
gosh,
that over.
yeah,
So it's
Natalia.
Natalia Lacaforcada, and that's Cassionera. A little bit of classic folk art pop. I'm telling you, and it starts off with a classic, straight out classical kind of comprehension, and you're like, oh, this is how it's gonna be. And then nope, nope.
Oh, cool.
A little bit more progressive. This is number 23. I've got Lars Frederick Freusile, Gamel Matt Messler. Oh my god. I'm gonna do this again one of these times. Gammelmeister. Obviously, he's of Norwegian descent. So this is a frolicking keyboard maestro here. All right, he's been in.
Frolicking.
Yeah, he's. It's folklorian to some degree. It's progressive rock. He is a marksman at the keyboard. White Willow, I think he's from, if I remember correctly. So that's my number 23, and then hopefully I don't know. Let's try the glasses and see if this changes it. It's terrible. Who writes this short? Um, Number 22, Oak. Third Sleep, progressive rock. This is your darker progressive. This is your Riverside, your Porcupine Tree.
Uh-huh.
But it's the it. But wait. What's that? Is that a saxophone? What? Yep. Go with it.
Oh,
Okay,
cool.
so now I'm getting some familiar territory at number 21. Blackjack. No,
Mhm.
21, and their album is just as many letters and numbers. Is by My Morning Jacket.
Oh,
Indie rock, it's not that typical, but that's the great part. They go in some great musical directions, but still hold their style together, but in a different musical headspace that's strong, a lot of soul. And then I thought, wow, I got to duplicate Deb somewhere. So, yes, Grace Bauer and the Hodgepodge Wine on Venus is my number 20 blues rock. Are
mhm.
you looking for Bonnie Raitt, old school kind of blues? So my brother-in-law saw her. He
Yeah.
put the video out, and I said, "The next Tedeschi, Susan Tedeschi."
Oh, there you
And
go.
people were not happy with me, but I think
Oh, really?
they're fooling themselves. This is a girl who hasn't experienced much yet. She's 18, 19. Wait till it all comes. She's gonna be
Yes.
oof. All right. So I was surprised at this one. The Wombats. Oh, the ocean. Yeah, my number 19. Brit pop. It's adorable. It's clever. It's
It's
catchy. I'm
adorable.
gonna throw up. All right. At number 18, I thought I'd throw some jazz rock. I love Croca Fant. It's
Oh,
their album Six. Straightforward, kind of no tricks, but it's that jam, jazz, instrumental, floor behind that Steely Dan kind of approach. So that's
mm.
that one. Then I go to number 17 with some indie lo fi folk. This is Exploding Stars, the name of the album, and this is Heather Maloney.
Oh, that's right. We did
Yeah,
that. Yeah,
Underdog.
yeah.
7 albums in. 7 albums in. Damn. I'm telling you, it got that whimper, that dangle. Oh, it has its way with her, and it'll have its way with you. So check it out. All right, the man we saw. The reason the picture's up. Robin Trower, come and find me. Well, we did. We went to a church. We found you, and it's not like you could hide very well. You're 82. Um, but yes, Dynamo, blues, rock. I mean, he just delivers. And no crazy. He's not 57 pedals doing all these
Nope,
tricks. Little bit of
nope.
wah wah, not
Little bit,
much. Little bit.
not much.
He didn't go over wah wah.
Hmm.
Then so am I 15 here?
Hmm.
Okay, number 15. Minimalism. That's right. I told you it was coming. Told you. This is Gabrielle Olafs, and it's Polar. This is piano landscape, soundscape that's into space kind of thing. Well phrased, 39 minutes of mood and orchestral land or orchestralization in a landmark kind of thing. It's
Mm.
gorgeous, but hey, ain't gonna be on no pitchfork list. Hey, number 14. How about some post metal? Sure, why not? Let's get Idle Airs in there. Life is Violence. Sure, it is. COVID, bleak production, and mournful lyrical expressions here. It's kind of like they have this space to it that it's got such good production, even though it's trying to be raw. I don't know. Just
Hmm.
it struck me. Okay. I guess there's some Hoover 3 in me as well at number 13. Manhunter. Yeah, this is I'm still trying to come up with a term for this album. Maybe I will by the end of the year. I'm telling you, this one keeps climbing. First time I listened to it, I
Yeah.
went, well, this is going to be a problem. Then I listen, wait a minute, am I an idiot? Yep, you're an idiot. And I'm finding out I'm more of an idiot than I idiot thinks I idiot am.
Maybe it's
So
because you don't like their album covers. Isn't that the one that has like some kind of weird
it looks like
seashell thing
somebody
on it?
smudged something in a corner that looks like
Yeah.
a spaceship. I don't know. Hoover 3. Hoover I. It's all one word. Just like Pompeii over there. All right, but ahead of that, I got to get me some more stoner rock in here. Paralyzed, rumble and roar. Take your stoner, take your rock, but you got a guy who can dance in with a vocal that sounds like Morrison. You got
Hmm.
my attention. You got it.
Hmm.
You may want to step into that one. Okay, hey, let's stay there because I like me some doom riff and fuzz, and nobody brings it better than Kal-El. Yeah, Superman. That's Kal-El, not Superman. Nobody would name their band that. That would be stupid. This is Astro Voyager Volume 1. Now, I mean, is it going to stay there? Because I'm waiting for the Voyager 2,
Number two.
and I think Voyager 2 is coming. So does it
Oh.
get combined? Is it one of those like a few years ago when I had Matt Mays? He was number 1 and number 2 because
Oh.
he had the double. Yeah, yeah.
Wow.
You
That
never
would be a
know.
hard feat to match, huh?
Kal-El. Great album cover too. Well, if you're male.
Oh.
All right. So at number 10, at number 10, I give the alternative rock. This was a find for me. I didn't know anything about it. This is Cesalo from Seattle. It's a Seattle band. This is the Quiet Year. Alternative rock, the way it should be done. The thing that sets this apart is the lyrical content of love, loss, and unexpected handling of it. The vocalist Rocky is amazingly calm in all of this delivering, and it's he didn't have it easy either. He lost family members.
Mm,
So.
got it.
And then at number 9, pianist extraordinaire and classical Alice Sarah Ott. This is John Field, the complete nocturnes. And if you want to be in the nocturnal kind of point of piano, this is his stuff, but she's making it all her own. She is a brilliant
Wow.
on the keys. It has that deep, dark, and then it's got sexy, and then it's got even whimsical approaches as the night can have.
Ooh.
So it's really cool. And then I go to I go to Alex Lifeson, and I go to Envy of None, Stygian Waves, Alternative. I can believe now that Alex has found something because this is number two. He didn't just do a one and off like he did with Victor. There's no question that this is something to behold. You got that. I can't even believe he's in shoegaze. It's mind boggling to me in a way. You know, it's so far removed from Rush, but it's got that
Mm-hmm.
Smashing Pumpkins. This is an amazing record.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely one. I'm sure most people know about it too. But anyway, number seven. If you don't know about this record and you don't like and you love jazz fusion, where you been? This is Nankai Trio,
Oh yeah.
Antarctica. This woman, a Japanese drummer, she should have died three times during the making of this album. I don't know how she managed to do what she did. She is an amazing drummer. She should probably be on the list this week. She may get mentioned. Yeah, you got to check this out. But again, the people she's with in this trio, they're also killing it. Everybody's
Yeah.
killing it. And at the end, just a little not kill because they kind of go to that contemporary jazz.
Yeah.
Is that well? Actually, she probably passed out and was passing out.
Somebody
And
else
just
had to step
she was hitting the drum, but she was actually that was her falling asleep. Going, are we really going this slow? Mike Marty can't. All right.
in.
People are hating me now.
No.
And another Cirque de You, yeah. Halo on the inside. This is gothic industrial done with a vocal from the middle of nowhere.
It's
It's
unbelievable.
unexplainable. I here I want to put what I wrote the first. The vocal industrial goth and magic here is exceeded by an incredibly all-in vocal that can ensnare with the passion and depth of Depeche Mode's lead singer, but also go way further into what is definitely male vocal of the year. Oh my God. It's
Oh
not a male,
no,
you
it's
idiot.
not. Oh my God. Stop.
Yeah. She's the female Sean Connery. No, okay, no. Just strike that down. All right. Yes, I'm going with you again. I'm back to back with you. This is you had number four, right? My number five is Rose Cousins.
Oh,
Conditions
okay.
of Love. Yeah, adult contemporary, beautiful. It's elegant,
Yeah.
start to finish. It's such. I know this can get mass consumption, but it's nobody knows Rose Cousins. I don't know why they don't, but there's don't worry. There's one coming here that okay. Number four for me, I Nels Klein,
Oh, yeah.
Concentric with a K, Quartet,
Yep.
Jazz Avant Garde. No one does this better than him. Who he pulls in and how he does this. I mean, he's been with Julian Lage. He's a consummate guitar professional. It's interesting in everything that's happening here. It's a deeper kind of thing. If jazz is not your thing, this is a little bit more avant garde. You may want to give it a shot. I mean, this is the guitars from Wilco. Uh, number three, right in the wheelhouse. Everybody should love this album um,
Are deaf.
unless you just like pop. Mumford and Sons, Rushmere. Uh,
Yeah.
I'm smitten. It's a slam it down. They've been it's refreshed their lyrical content. I mean, when
Yeah.
Mark, right? Marcus Mumford writes a song. He writes a song. God damn it.
I have to say, I forgot about that album. I probably would have switched something out, but okay. I'm late to the show on that.
Hey,
I don't know
it's
why
the
I
journey.
was so excited to review that album and I love that album and I just forgot it. Maybe it's because I still hear it on the radio where all these other ones I had to really go back. So sorry to interrupt, but
Not a problem.
it
I
slipped
think
by
that's a
me.
fair statement. Fair statement. There's some when I hear other people's like, you know what, I could put that. I'll look at that. And mine have 4 point somethings and stuff because I had 4 stars, but then I wanted to see where in the stars would they be, and they started to rank differently.
Hmm.
So okay, so here's the special part of today's show. All right,
Oh,
and
what? What?
the person at number two
Yeah.
could not believe that someone was still writing about albums on a blog.
Oh,
Dan Mangan replied to Album Review Saturday, which was about 3, 4 weeks old, maybe 3 weeks, right? I did that album when. So if this is his album, his new album is Natural Light. Okay, indie folk contemporary. Maybe it's not something you give that kind of title to. I'm sure he'd be. I don't know whether he'd be miffed if I said it that way or whatnot. But he loved the article. Um,
okay.
so this is you want to talk about Rose Cousins' elegance? This guy's been writing elegant songs for a very long time. I've been following him since conception. Out of there, I was very intrigued by the way he delivers his, usually sparse for the most part, but this is interestingly sparse. And then done with the cover itself has him in a wood cabin, and this is where they crafted this thing, and
Okay.
it's bewildering. It's 13 tracks, 45 minutes. There's not a single minute wasted. The genre of music can come to absolute perfection. Why isn't it number one? Well, hold on. But I want to thank Dan for replying. Not everybody does. Yes, I do write them. I do write them all without AI, without any bullimagarchy, and I don't ask for the press kit. All right. Yes, people send me press kits. You can. All that does is get me intrigued to like go and listen, and then I'm
You do
off.
your
Right.
own
I
thing. You
do
do
the.
your
You
own
got
thing.
to
And
do your
that's
own
why
thing.
we always say we do not want to be inside Mark's mind, but he does write all of these totally from his own uh internal thesaurus, I have to say.
Yes,
You've got one of those.
Tesserus, the Tesserus Act. All right. So what's at number one? What could have possibly? I mean, if you have
Oh,
not heard Dan Mangan's record, I implore you. I don't know. It's going to be a fight to the finish here, but and we'll talk about what's coming up. I agree with Deb, but hers is at number three.
I
Mine's at
know.
number one.
I can't believe
Moonrisers,
you love it.
harsh and exciting. Go back and if you haven't, please go to the album review video. She's playing a 1930s guitar that probably shouldn't even be functioning. And I used some expletives in that particular one. I won't this time, but she was getting on with it, and not in this fast fiddly
No,
freaking way. This dark, doomy, catchy blue collar, but not old blue collar. Like,
no.
but and she's from Detroit.
I know.
Nice,
I thought for sure
nice.
she was gonna be like from West Virginia or
Nothing,
something.
yeah, nothing screams middle class like Buffalo, Detroit, Baltimore,
Yeah.
Cleveland.
Pittsburgh.
Yes, so that's my number one.
Love
Okay,
it.
so how do these people hold on, right? How
I
do they
don't
hold on?
know.
So there's some albums I'm waiting. Obviously, I haven't got to everything. I'm still going backwards. I haven't listened to Hexecutioner. Oh, come on. You want to listen to Hexecutioner, don't you? I
Oh
think you
my
have no idea
God, I
where that
don't
one's
know.
going.
No, no.
Robert Randolph dropped last couple weeks ago. Kathleen Edwards' Billionaire is on the list. I think it drops in a couple of weeks. Margot Price is on again. Margot writes some good stuff. Here's one that takes a long time to say. The world is a beautiful place, and I'm no longer afraid to die. Yes, that band's back again with another. I believe that'll probably be all instrumental. The
Okay.
Swell season is back.
The
From
swell
yeah,
season,
you've
really?
got Hansard and Ergolova from their Oscar-winning moment, and then of course they had one album or two. I can't even remember now. I saw it with that at Bayville where we were. That's where I saw
Yep.
Swell Season. Um,
Okay.
Between the Buried and Me, if you're looking for progressive rock extraordinaire, I believe they're going to bring it. Josh Ritter, singer songwriter, has done some good stuff. And then there's these two Canadians. One is Brian Adams. Who
What?
knows? Who knows? Who knows what might happen?
Okay.
You know,
Okay.
maybe bring it. You know.
Okay.
Then there's this woman who hasn't had an album in I don't know how long. Again, let's try.
Okay. It's all blurry and it's reflect. Oh, Sarah McLaughlin?
Sarah McLaughlin has a new record coming out. It'll probably be close to the fourth quarter, I think. But the new
Okay.
single has released. And of course, I don't listen to singles, but I
I know
saw
you
it
don't.
on there. And that will
Okay.
be there are some people that have been waiting a very long time. I'm pretty sure it's been I'll put it down below, but it's got to be past decade at least.
Yeah, that's I was gonna say 12 or 13 years, maybe.
And I think one of them was a Christmas album, one was a remix. So who knows when when the real the
True.
true last one, unless I
Wow,
missed
that's
one in
fun.
between.
That's fun.
Also, if you follow the channel and remember last year, one of these January ones that held on the longest I've ever had anybody hang on to, the Sprints will have a new record. The punk band,
Ooh.
in which could be very interesting. So last year they managed to hang in there and to get into the top five. and they were a January release right off the bat. So
Wow.
tough stuff. So anyway, hit us up with your list. All right. And did we miss anything? Something we need to get into? Pour your heart out. I'm ready. We can take it. I'll have Deb listen to it because I'm not gonna. No, I'm kidding. Um,
Don't you
and
dare.
if Deb's list sucked, write to damn those choices need help at the Avenue of the. No, kidding.
I can take it.
That'd been eight of mine that sucked too. So anyway, thanks for being in here on this step. Can't wait to
Yeah, it
see
was
where we
great.
get led in the next half. A
Yeah, it's
couple albums
fun.
already last week. I would probably put them in my
Oh
first.
yeah.
So, we're on the web at beyondyourradio.com, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, YouTube, of course. It's albums, bands, artists, anything we get our hands on. Hit the like button, subscribe. You'll love it. I promise. Go Beyond Your Radio with us, a real music appreciation channel. Join us tomorrow, the catalog review show of The Who?
The who?
The Who?
And then who's next?
I don't know. Thanks for watching. Happy listening.
Bye.